about a month. I keep thinking about doing these weekly videos, and then stuff just like always seems to get in the way. So it seems like these videos have been happening monthly rather than weekly. So I'm so sorry. But even though that's kind of bad news, I do have rather good news. Okay, so last video I put up was May 29th. A lot has happened over this last month. I've been out to California, and I've been back, been to IMATS. Actually, I guess not really a lot has happened. That's about all that's happened. But this month I kind of wasn't really trying to, I don't know, like, okay, let me explain. In the back of my head I always had the whole, okay, eat healthy, oh, watch what you eat, don't eat a lot, watch your portions, go for walks, get on the Wii Fit, it was always in my head. I'd always constantly hear that. However, I wasn't always very consistent in doing it. I was more consistent than I was the month before, so it wasn't a complete loss. Like I said, I was out in California, so anytime I'm out in California, I always tend to eat better and watch what I'm eating more, mainly because my parents, and this is probably going to sound bad, but it's not, but my parents have always been on me, about my weight, and I've kind of, there was a time in my life where I resented them for it, especially my mom, but I was young, didn't care, blah blah blah, whatever. And I feel like I've grown now from when I was like 10 years ago, and I always used to resent my mom, and my dad for being on me about my weight, whereas now it's like, okay, I'm glad they're on me about my weight, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, whenever I'm out in California with them, I always tend to watch my weight more, or not watch my weight, but watch what I'm eating and what I'm doing activity-wise, mainly because I don't want to have my mom on me about my weight, which is what's happened the past couple of times I've been out there, which was like 2 years ago was the last time I saw them. So when I went back to California this last time, it was kind of different. She wasn't on me about my weight as much as I thought she would be, so I was actually kind of glad about that. But all the same, I still watched what I ate, and this, that, and the other thing. I don't know, I think it's just out of the, I don't want to have that look of, why are you eating that, like, are you sure you really need to be eating that, sort of like coming from my parents. So I always just tend to eat better, and this was just last week, yeah. So it was good. I don't know. I felt good about this time going out to my parents. It's not like I've ever felt bad going out to see my parents. I am just rambling. I've just always had this kind of constant feeling of, I've always had this constant feeling of, oh God, do I really have to? Because I didn't want to have to hear them on me about my weight, if that, I don't know if any of you have ever felt that way, or if you have parents like that, and they're only doing it because they love you, and I realize that, and I love them too, but at the same time, stop. It's like, I already know I'm overweight, I already know this, that, or the other thing, but yeah, this time I think, I don't know why, I guess both me and my mom both have grown in leaps and bounds when it comes to just stuff like that. I don't know, but I am not knocking it, I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. So, but anyways, last week was really good eating wise, not so much water wise, but it was actually pretty good. And the whole month itself, I think, was actually pretty decent. as far as food goes. The only couple of times where it was just really bad was when I was on the road, because I drove out to California. I drove out and drove back. So anytime I'm driving long trips like that, I'm very much in the mindset of I just want to get from point A to point B as soon as I can, and you know, with minimal stopping and this, that, and the other thing in between. So because I don't rent a hotel room or anything like that whenever I stop for the night. I just sleep in the truck. And we have a small truck, and it's not very comfortable to sleep in. So that's why I'm very much gotta get there, so that way I can get unpacked and get comfortable again. So whenever I'm on the road like that, I always just tend to just stop somewhere and eat something that I can, you know, take on the road with me and eat. You know, so like stopping somewhere like Subway, they don't have the easiest sandwiches to eat. And because I don't want to sit there and eat, I will just get something fast food and go. So yeah, 4 days out of the month wasn't very good and very healthy. But I don't know, I guess in my opinion 4 out of 30 isn't bad. But anyways, okay, so on with the good news. Even though I wasn't very consistent with anything weight-wise and eating-wise and exercise-wise, this month, I somehow managed to lose 10 pounds. That's right, 10.3 pounds. So I am not knocking it. I'm very excited about it. I must have been doing something right. So because of that, I've now come to realize that I'm actually halfway to my goal of wanting to lose the 20 pounds before we went on vacation. So, and we still have 3 weeks left before we go. So that I can easily, you know, well, maybe not easily, I don't want to make it sound like it's, you know, I don't know, adding 2 and 2, but it takes the pressure off now, because I haven't stepped on the scale since the last time I weighed in, so I wasn't expecting that 10-pound difference, but since I've seen the 10-pound difference, it has totally motivated me to keep going and keep constantly thinking about what I'm eating and how much and everything else like that, and to go exercise more. So the husband and I, we went walking yesterday. I'm planning on us going walking again today. I don't know if he if he has that in mind, but he will in a few minutes. But yeah, I'm very much motivated by that 10-pound shocker to lose these extra 10 pounds in the 3 weeks. I mean, even if I only lose 9 pounds, that's 3 pounds a week, so I won't knock it. That's way good by me. And yeah, it's kind of, this is where I've always kind of faltered in my weight loss excursions before, is I've always started out at like upper 280s, maybe 270s, and then only lost like 10 pounds. But in my head, because I don't keep track, in my head I always think, oh, okay, I've only lost like 2 pounds. What's the point? But since I've been doing this video vlogging thing, I've noticed now that I've lost 20 pounds since I've completely started, and that's just like so super cool to me. So I'm really super glad that I actually started doing this video vlogging. Even though I'm not being completely consistent with it, it's still helping me to keep a track of where I started to where I am now, and it's knowing that I've lost, you know, just about 20 pounds. I think the total was like 18 pounds. So knowing that I've lost almost 20 pounds just really makes me super excited. And like now it's like, it gives me a visual in my head of like, oh, okay, I have made progress. It's not just me knocking off just 2 pounds, 2 pounds here, 2 pounds there. You know, I'm finally keeping track from the beginning instead of just from the week before. So yeah, so excited, so glad I started to do this. And yeah, I only have 10 pounds to go till vacation. And then, of course, I'm still going to keep going after that, because then that'll leave me 10 pounds away from my first goal. How exciting is that? And yeah, I'm just going to keep going. But I just wanted to check in, let you guys know what was going on. I have not forgotten. I have not, you know, left you all wondering what's going on. But anyways, so I will see you guys later. Yeah, and bye!